Okay, we've been talking a lot about that rail strike, and now another potential labor stoppage is looming.
It's not the best timing, unfortunately, Cynthia, but I'm just giving you the news as I get it. So, yes, there is the potential that on top of dealing with the rail strike right now in this country, there could also be a pilot strike on the way, but specifically at one airline. Happens to be the biggest one, Air Canada. So more than 5,000 unionized pilots with the airline says they voted to approve a strike mandate by 98%. The Airline Pilots Association has been negotiating with the airline since June of last year, including with federal oversight. And the pilots could walk off the job as early as September 17th, so just under a month from now. And investors reacted negatively. The shares of Air Canada fell almost 2% on Bay Street today, Cynthia. And just for the record, most stocks saw red today, as a lot of people are concerned about the rail strike right now. And I'm sure a lot, when they heard this news about Air Canada, said, too soon, not right now.
Definitely, definitely. At least it won't be in the middle of the summer holiday rush.
Absolutely.
If that's any consolation whatsoever. All right, here's something we don't hear very often, Ari. A major bank losing money.
Yeah, it's caught me a little by surprise as well, Cynthia, and there is a specific reason for this, so we'll get into it. It's from TD Bank, the first of the big Canadian banks to report quarterly earnings for the fiscal third quarter, and the bank swung to its first quarterly net loss since 2003. Actually lost $180 million, and the main reason for this, Cynthia, is TD Bank set aside $2.6 billion US, and that was to cover the cost of potential fines coming its way, which could be upwards of $3 billion. And that's going to be tied to that ongoing investigation for TD's anti-money laundering safeguards, which U.S. authorities are heavily scrutinizing of TD, which they say they are cooperating with those authorities. TD stock fell 2% on Bay Street today, one of the poorest performers. We'll see how the other banks shape up, but I have to imagine that this might be one of the more significant loss-related stories that we'll hear about.
Definitely. Okay, so while many of us are trying to hold on to every last inch of summer, Starbucks is already serving up a taste of fall.
Now, in that context, Cynthia, I don't know if this is good news or bad news, but yeah, it does kind of symbolize the end of summer and the beginning of fall. Starbucks is getting a head start on things and bringing out their fall flavors a bit early, including, yes, the pumpkin spice latte. But there's a lot more to come this year. So I think because Starbucks is doing it earlier when it's still pretty nice outside, they're including some fall flavors in their iced drinks. So there's going to be an iced apple crisp non-dairy chai, an iced caramel apple cream latte, an iced honey apple almond flat white. I don't even know what's in half of these, Cynthia, but they sound good. There's also baked goods coming our way, like baked apple croissant and a raccoon cake pop. And far as merchandise goes, Starbucks branded Stanley Cups are on the way. And no, not the Stanley Cup like we know it here, but those popular insulated cups that everybody seems to want. You may have seen them around. Yeah, yes. So you're going to be able to get a Starbucks branded one. Apparently they were only available in the U.S., but now they're bringing them on our side of the border. Get ready for those hockey jokes to come as they come out onto shelves.
All right, do you have a favorite flavor, Ari?
Give me an espresso. Just give me an espresso and I get out.
I hear you. I hear you. I'm with you. All right, Ari, always great to talk to you. Thanks so much.
You as well, Cynthia.